Hi, welcome back. Let's move on with 6.3. So the 6.3 actually demonstrate how to create PDB by cloning the local PDB. So there must be already a PDB available in your environment. Let's say PDB1, and if you want to clone that PDB1 and you want to clone that to PDB2, so this is that current process we will be following. It's not different from what we followed in from copying from PDBC to the new PDB. So it's kind of similar, but you will see the slight difference. So okay, let's go to the next slide. Okay, so the diagram actually demonstrates the complete procedure. What happening here is, because we already have PDB1, right? We already created in the last session, and these two PDBs will be creating under the same CDB container database. Okay, so what we will be actually saying that we will be writing saying that create pluggable database, and then using the from clause, and from PDB1 to whatever, right? So we will be copying that. So what will happen is the copy will be happening from whatever source is to the destination. Okay, this arrow actually demonstrates that. So there will be data files already available in the PDB1. It will be copying to the PDB2, okay, and creating the new database, whatever clause and whatever database name you will be mentioning. Okay, so next one. Now the procedure is kind of same, it's not much different. So just a second. Okay, so what procedure will be here is I had to zoom out a bit because of the recording, and you guys might not be able to see the last section of it. That's the reason actually I zoomed out. So what will have what procedure we will be following is we will be connecting to the root at this as the same way what we did last time. Now this time we need to actually close the source PDB. Okay, so this particular PDB will be closed, as you guys might have seen last time where we were creating a PDB from the PDB seed, because PDB seed is always in read only mode, right? So there is no problem of consistency from copying and creating PDB from PDB seed. But and actually consistency is not the big issue, but the thing is that the PDB seed has been created in such a way where it's a read only, nothing can be modified in that. So yeah, so in the current situation, because there are chances where you have a application PDB1, and people are or application is actually writing to it, so you want to actually make sure you communicate with application team saying that okay, after business as usual in business as usual, so later during the time when people are not connecting to the database, what you will do actually ask about the actually make a plan about it, and then close the database itself, and then run all these clauses to create and clone it to the other database. Okay, so it's according to the project. So what we will be saying that close the source PDB. This is for the consistency, as I already already said about it. So you will say alter pluggable database, and you have to close it, as everyone might be knowing about it. Now you have to clone the PDB. So what you need to say here is create pluggable database, okay, and the pluggable database name from the source database name. This will only work if you have OMF setup, okay, as I have already defined. If the file name convert is not mentioned anywhere, it means that OMF is set up. If you all want to actually verify if OMF is set up or not, please check show parameter db create file dest db underscore create underscore file underscore dest to actually know about it. Okay, if the field is empty, it means OMF is not set up. If field has something, so let's say /aura data or any specific folder, then it means that OMF has been set up. Then you don't need to worry about it. What will happen is when you issue this statement, okay, sorry about that. So when you issue this statement, database, what it will do is it will create a subfolder under that /aura data. It will name it as the PDB name, and then under that subfolder there will be files created automatically. Okay, but in my situation, because I don't have OMF set up, as I already said last time, so we will be using file name convert clause. So this particular section, this particular part is same. Okay, this thing is same, but this part is different, as I have already defined. So this particular path talks about the PDB1 from where you are copying, and this is the new location where the file are getting copied to, right? This path must exist and it should have permission for Oracle and O install. Okay, so you need to make sure the path exists. We will see how to create a directory and then do and run this statement, and then, as everyone might be knowing, the PDB needs to be used, so it needs to be open in read write mode. Okay, so let me bring in my SSH client. Okay, so this is where we left off last time. Let me clear the screen. Let's check show PDBs. So currently PDB1 is the one we will be using as source database. Okay, and the location of PDB1, as everyone might be knowing, is ls-al. Okay, it's cd pdb. I have created one more folder, this one. Okay, so this is where my files for the PDB sitting. Okay, data files for the PDB sitting. I'll show everyone. Okay, so this is sysauth system temporary and local undo. Okay, so what we will be doing, because we will be creating and cloning from PDB1, we will be creating a new one, cd dot dot, or actually we can run it from here, mkdir -p, and you will say /aura data. This is my folder. You guys can follow the same thing, copy the same thing, or else you can come up with your own folder section according to the storage requirement or the free space available in your hard disk. So this is where I am storing my files, cdb, and then I will name it as clone local. Okay, this is what I will be creating, the new PDB name. Okay, so let's connect back to SQL Plus, clear the screen, and then what we need to do is create pluggable database, and then you have to say the name, what the name was, clone local. Okay, from PDB1, and because we actually want to create the file under the new location, so we need to, and OMF is not enabled, I have to use file name convert. Okay, so file name convert, and what I will say, that copy the files and convert it into the new location. So the old location or the files from where I'm copying everything, cloning everything, it will be from slash aura data slash cdb slash pdb1. Okay, and copy it to slash aura data slash cdb slash clone local. I think I'm missing something. Okay, I forgot equals, right? Minor mistake, it happens. Okay, run it. This takes very less amount of time. Done. Okay, so we can assume that, or we should be 100% sure that something has been created in this particular folder. So let's list it. So I'll run it from here, ls-al h in human readable format slash aura data slash cdb slash clone local. There must be same files. Okay, now we will check the PDB. Good, it's currently in mount state. Let's change the state as well as let's start it. First start it, so we need to say it open alter pluggable database clone local open. Okay, and then alter pluggable database, same thing, and then you have to say save state for multiple restarts, and it will be persistent state, right? So it will always be open every time the server or database restarts. So show PDBs, it should say read write. So everything looks fine. Let's start validating stuff. Okay, so when we will say so this is container ID 4, right? So we will say select name from $data file, and you guys might have a confusion or a doubt or a question regarding if the admin user has been created or not. Yes, it has been created. Whatever the database had, it was automatically created. It was automatically cloned, so don't need to worry about it. Okay, where con ID is 4, right? It should give all the details of data files. Okay, so perfect, everything has been created under this. $data file won't give you that information. Okay, so you won't be getting the data file names such as temp and the look and the other ones. Okay, so whatever files are created, these are the ones which it is showing. It won't show this, and it won't copy the other table space, that is application table space. It will just like a template, it will be just copying the default files, and then you have the responsibility to create the application table spaces, okay, and the application schema. So we have completed this one as well. I think that this particular steps are very easy to do and easy to follow. Please make sure to comment on my YouTube channel to let me know if there are any issues, and I will fix it. Maybe the language or the sound or any issues regarding whatever. All right, you guys can tell me about it. Thank you very much for watching.